I want to welcome you guys back to Southern Mud Pottery on the homestead. And right now I'm getting some biscuits made up for breakfast, and we're going to be getting ready to start our day. All right, y'all, I'm fixing to make chocolate chip cookies. But before I do, I've got to go borrow something. I've got to go borrow some. Lord, look at this hair. Look at that. Sticking straight up. I've got to go borrow some shortening from my mother-in-law because this recipe that I'm going to be making calls for butter and shortening. I didn't have any shortening, so we're going to get some. All right, y'all, we are back from my mother-in-law's, and we've got our shortening, and we're about to get these cookies started. Now, this recipe that I'm using, I got it off of Mama Bells. They call her Mama Bells. She has a YouTube channel called Just the Bells 10. And this is her recipe, and I saw her make these a lot of times, and I thought I wanted to try this recipe. It does call for a lot of ingredients that you might have to, like the pudding, you may not have instant pudding in your pantry, so I had to go buy some pudding for that. But everything else you should have in your pantry. And I don't know if I can we'll be able to link her YouTube channel in the in the description, but you can go and find her and if you just search Mama Bell's famous chocolate chip cookies, and it will pull up on YouTube. So we're going to get started. And first, she says we need to cream shortening and butter together. So it calls for 2/3 cups of shortening and 2/3 cups of soft room temperature butter. So I'm going to put this in my mixer. All right, and then she says we're gonna put 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Let me go ahead, and I need to get my shortening put in there. And it says 2/3 cups of shortening. I need to get me a little spoon. Okay. I got a feeling I'm gonna have a lot of dirty dishes. Okay, so we're gonna cream these together real quick. I may lose some of my lighting. I had to unplug to plug my mixer up. Okay. And we're not gonna overwork any of the ingredients. She says to mix it well, but not overmix. Okay. Now she says to add our sugars to it, and it calls for 1 cup of white sugar and 1 cup of packed brown sugar. Okay, and let's see. We're going to cream this. And then we're going to add our eggs. We're going to add 2 eggs. And these, ooh, I like to drop one. 2 jarred eggs. Okay. Okay, and then it calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Cream all that together. Okay, now we're going to start working on our dry ingredients. And we're just going to put our dry ingredients in this bowl right here. But I can go ahead and put the lids on all this stuff. And we're going to go ahead and get this set out of the way. Okay, now we're going to do flour. We're going to do 3 cups of all-purpose flour. So we got 3 cups of flour. And then we're going to add salt, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Salt. Baking soda. Then we're going to add our 1 package of instant pudding. And she says you can use any flavor you want to of pudding. I'm using just regular vanilla, but she says you can use banana. But I'm using vanilla. Okay, so we're going to stir this all up, and then we're going to add all of this to our wet ingredients. And I always add mine a little bit at a time. I try to. Anytime I'm baking something, I'll add it a little bit at a time. Okay, now we're going to add our chocolate chips to this and mix one more time. And then we'll be ready to put in our cookie sheet. And it calls, she said to use a whole package of chocolate chips, or you can use M&M's. You can, I just say on this part, go by your judgment, because I don't like to overdo the chocolate part. So we're just going to use what I had left in that package, which Now, I'm not sure how many pans that I'm gonna need, but we're gonna start with these two. I may have to dig out another pan because she says you do 1 tablespoon of dough to make big cookies. And I'm just putting some parchment paper to bake these on. I guess that would be a tablespoon. Okay, so let me tell y'all what happened. I don't know what it is, but the last couple of times that I have used parchment paper, I don't know if my rack was too low, but before the cookies started getting done, they started burning on the bottom. This pan. So I raised my rack. I took these off of the parchment paper, and I'm going to try to put them in there and just kind of turn the oven on broil to see if that would do the top. I don't want them to cook on the bottom anymore because they're burnt. But I've got one more pan in there. We're going to see how the other pan turns out. But as far as the taste of the cookies, they taste excellent. I want to thank you guys for watching along on this video today. Thank you for watching me bake these cookies. So what I did with the ones that were burnt on the bottom, like these right here, I just, after I cooked the other ones, I just cut the oven off, and then I just set that pan back in there and let them finish. They did finish cooking a little bit. So, but this is our chocolate chip cookies. This is Miss Belle from the Belle's 10 on YouTube. This is her famous chocolate chip cookie recipe. The flavor and taste is very good. So I want to thank y'all for watching. If you have not subscribed to this channel, it really helps me out if you subscribe and if you like and interact and comment on these videos. It helps my channel to grow and hit that algorithm. So y'all have a great night, and we'll see you in the next video.